Hi guys, and welcome to this second video of the making of Tomica.
If you don't know, I'm Maria.
And I'm Marin.
And we are Chili Bandana Games, the creators of Tomica. Our first project is the game Tomica, for which we have created a short initial demo that got us the Indie Game of the Week award in July 2021. And after analyzing the feedback, we are in the path of creating an official demo that will present future Tomica in the best light possible. In the previous video, we talked about how we came up with the idea for Tomica and the steps we took in the very beginning. Now, we are going to present to you the main improvements and changes we did since the first pitch of the demo, so stay tuned to learn more about the game's mechanic and impactful story behind Tomica. So if you haven't seen our previous video, the main idea of Tomica is that the player guides a stray dog throughout different environments. You play as Tomica, and she is a very curious and adventurous dog, but she's scared of everything. And she is actually my dog. She was living on the streets and I saved her, so that's the main inspiration.
The basic frame of the levels didn't change, but we had more time to think about the backstory of Tomica and who is the protagonist, who is the antagonist, what's actually happening.
We wanted the story for Tomica to be something that is realistic. Many people just buy these puppies, and after some time when they start to grow up and they learn that they have to walk them and feed them and take responsibility, they just throw them away. There are people that really just throw them in a bag. And that's the story that we want to unfold in Tomica. There is this really bad guy that throws her just in the middle of the road in the nighttime.
And ironically enough, there's a plot twist in all of that. More or less, it's a very sad story, people putting dogs into bags and throwing them away. One way or another, Tomica manages to escape from this bag, but the instant karma that the bad guy gets is that he throws the dog away and then gets back into his car, drives off, and immediately gets into a car accident.
After the car accident, the man gets into a coma, and ironically his soul gets into the body of Tomica. And this way, the whole time Tomica experiences this scary stuff and horrible things. He is actually seeing all these things.
But nonetheless, even though he cannot do anything about it to change the behavior of the dog, he can experience and see through the eyes of the dog all of the stress and all of the nightmares and all of the scary things that happen to a stray dog. Eventually, when Tomica returns the soul to him, probably at the hospital where he is lying in coma for some time now, then he will come back into consciousness as a changed person with this life-changing experience and adventure that he had through the eyes of the dog.
In the hope he is not going to do something like that to any other living animal. So, as you know, as you explore the environments, you get scared and you face different challenges. So we thought about this fear mechanic. When your character gets triggered by something like a car passing by, your fear level rises up. You can actually lower your fear levels by doing things every dog would feel safer at doing, like eating food.
And if you accumulate too much fear, then you switch to what we call the nightmare mode, which is darker, much more scarier, and it is not your mental abilities that are tested, but more like your gaming abilities. Being fast, being coherent with what's going on around you, and be always on time to do the combo. You can choose whether you're going to play the puzzle mode or you're going to play the nightmare mode. These two are absolutely separate kinds of gameplay and give you different kinds of approach to the same story. So in a way, everything that you choose to do will eventually lead to a different kind of gameplay. You decide how to play the game, and you are more or less the writer of the game, of your personal adventure. Actually, the scare frame is one of the most important things in the game because it shows the mechanics of which level you are of fear, but at the same time it came out to be one of the most difficult things to do because it went through 1 million iterations and is still going through iterations, and it's not yet even finished. But yeah, we truly believe that we need to create it as best as we can, because this is going to be seen by the player 50% of the time.
There were differences since the initial idea and the demo we released.
With the help of our friend and the other person that is involved in Chili Bandana Games, Boris, he as a level designer implemented some of his ideas, and the game actually benefited quite a lot, and hopefully the player will benefit quite a lot from it.
Because we actually realized that we have to get into the gamer's head. We were thinking things more like how is it going to look and not how it's going to be played. So he really helped us implement this game design thinking.
The basic frame never changed. We had the forest and the pipe, which are the levels or the mini sub-levels, I don't know how to say it.
Tutorial?
The tutorial levels of how to use your controls. So after the pipe mini level, which is a transition level, you end up in the factory, and this time you really do have the opportunity to choose what kind of outcome and what kind of a game you want to play. You initially start in puzzle mode, and there is a specific place where you need to choose whether you're going to continue in this puzzle mode and solve the puzzle, finish the level like that, or you should choose to go into nightmare mode, which is scarier but really much faster to play.
After we gathered our small team, we had many artists, so we had to be very strict into the stylistic of the game. The closest thing we had in our minds as an art style got to be the game Old Maid Journey.
This simplistic style can actually be achieved much simpler than doing everything in the correct perspective. Plus, having the 2.5D of the perspective camera in engine will make, how should I put it,
a very in-depth picture.
Yes.
We found these brushes that everyone could use. Their texture is like grainy, and it's something that we can find in all those Ivan Earl paintings, which are very beautiful and amazing. And of course, following his art style is difficult. In the final demo, we got a lot of props that overall made a whole new art style, and this art style is Tomica. Everyone had their own task and drawings and props to make. What we had for our character was these sketches that were overpainted and then put in the engine. So the final product was all those walking cycles and idle poses and jumps for the character. Overall, the making of the demo was a very interesting process. We learned a lot about working in a team.
I initialized all of this process of creating this demo because I truly wanted to try to work in every bit of the pipeline of creating one game, be it a small indie game. As you can see, it's a really extensive process. It's really something that is not, something that you can do in an afternoon, but it's really rewarding, and I think that we are still to learn tons of more information. In the near future, we want to create a video that will concentrate mainly on the learning curve that I experienced with Unreal Engine. We're making these videos because we wanted to share, how should I say it, experience and emotions that we felt during the creation of Tomica, of what passed and what is still to come. We also wanted to try to inspire you to create games with us and to learn with us.
So thank you for watching this video and being with us, and we hope you stay tuned for the future videos and everything that we are going to expand after this demo that we showed you.
Meanwhile, please check the links that you can find below this video to see the previous video if you by any chance missed it. I hope that you can see this kind of chain of events that we're trying to show you, how we started and how we are evolving right now. Let's hope that the demo that is going to come out pretty soon, hopefully, is something that you're going to like. And thank you for being with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so bye guys.
Bye.